"I'm happy, Mom. I'm finally living my dream." That was the text message Maria das Dores received from her son Jeff. Jeff Machado was a soap opera actor in Brazil. He was talented, he was kind, and he had just gotten his big break, a major role in a new TV show. Or so he said. But his mother, she felt something was wrong. Mothers always know, don't they? The spelling in the texts was different. The tone was cold. And then the real red flag. Jeff's dogs, his 8 beloved setters, were found wandering the streets alone. Jeff loved those dogs more than his own life. He would never abandon them. Damn, that is heartbreaking. Police started digging, literally. They went to a small rental house in Rio. They dug through the concrete floor in the backyard, 6 feet down, and there they found a wooden trunk. It wasn't just any trunk, it was Jeff's trunk, and inside was Jeff, bound, gagged, and buried like trash. The man who put him there wasn't a stranger, it was his best friend, the man who promised him the world. Seriously, with friends like these, who needs enemies? So I have to ask you, how far would you go for a dream? And who would you trust to get there? Let me know below. This is Motive's Edge. Jeff Machado had a dream, the Hollywood dream. He was 44 years old. He had small roles, but he wanted the spotlight. He wanted to be a star. And in the entertainment industry, desperation is dangerous because predators, they can smell it. Enter Bruno de Souza. Bruno wasn't a producer. He was a production assistant. But to Jeff, he was a god. Bruno told Jeff, "I can get you a lead role, but it costs money." Classic scam. Jeff paid him again and again, nearly $5,000. That's a lot of money for a promise, but Jeff trusted him. Bruno came to his house, ate his food, played with his dogs. He was family. January 23rd, 2023. Jeff thinks he is going to a meeting to sign the contract, but there was no meeting. There was only the trunk. Police say Bruno and another man, Giander, went to Jeff's house. They drugged him, or maybe they just caught him off guard. They strangled him with a telephone wire. Jesus, inside his own home. But the murder wasn't enough. Bruno wanted to cover his tracks. He took Jeff's phone and he started acting. He became Jeff. He texted Jeff's mom. He posted on Jeff's Instagram. He kept the lie alive for 4 months. Imagine the psychology of that. Killing your friend, burying him in a box, and then wishing his mother Happy Mother's Day from his phone. That is Machiavellian level evil. The plan fell apart because of the dogs. When the dogs were found with microchips linked to Jeff, the police tracked them back to the house. The house Bruno had rented specifically to bury the body. When they dug up the trunk, they realized something chilling. Jeff had owned that trunk for years. It was a vintage prop he loved. He was buried in his own possession. The symbolism is terrifying. Bruno was caught hiding in a hotel. And guess what? He didn't confess. He blamed the other guy. He spun a crazy story about a third person named Marcelo, a person who, spoiler alert, doesn't exist. Wow, this guy just can't stop lying. He thought he was the director of this crime scene, but in the end, he was just a bad actor. The case of the trunk murder teaches us a brutal lesson about ambition. Jeff Machado didn't die because he was reckless. He died because he had hope, and Bruno used that hope as a weapon. It's a reminder that the most dangerous people aren't lurking in alleyways. They're the ones sitting on your couch, promising you the world. Now tell me your verdict. Was Bruno planning this for the money all along, or was he jealous of Jeff?
And have you ever had a friend who turned out to be a snake? Comment fake friend if you have. This is Motive's Edge. Watch your back and check your trunks.